Let's begin at the true beginning, not just of this video, but of everything. Not with science, not with theory, but with the source. Because before there was time, before there was form, there was God. And I want to offer you something profound, not just an idea, but a truth your soul already knows, your deepest peace, your most lasting serenity, your highest clarity, all come from one thing: connection to God. Not just belief in Him, but union with Him, because you are not separate from the source. Now you might be wondering, is this just spiritual talk? Just religious myth passed down through generations? The Bible is not just a poetic book of metaphors. It is an ancient record, verified across history, cultures, and continents. The stories within the Bible were told by over 40 different authors, across 3 different continents, in 3 different languages, over the span of 1,500 years. And yet, they all tell one unified story. The same themes, the same prophecies, the same vision of a divine creator who exists outside of time, calling us back into alignment with Him. That kind of unity isn't random. It's not myth. It's a sign of divine orchestration, not just inspiration. And now, let's return to where that story begins. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Let's pause right there. In the beginning, that's time. Created the heavens, that's space. And the earth, that's matter. Right in the very first sentence of Genesis, we're introduced to the Trinity of creation: time, space, and matter. And each of those carries its own Trinity within. Time is made up of past, present, future. Space is length, width, and height. Matter comes in solid, liquid, gas. This is not coincidence. It's design, a trinity of trinities. But here's the key. God is not inside of this structure. He is outside of it, because He created it. He's not bound by time, not confined by space, not composed of matter. He's not bound by what He created. He's not contained within time, space, or matter. He is the container, the author, the intelligence behind it all. Yet so often, we speak of God as if He must obey the very physics He designed, as if He must fit within the framework of the universe, when in truth, He exists beyond it. Think of it like this. A programmer writes the code for a virtual world, a game with rules, dimensions, and characters. But the programmer is not inside the game. He's not limited by its gravity or its logic. He exists outside of it, in a higher dimension of reality, because He is the one who wrote the code. In the same way, God is not subject to the laws of the universe. He authored them. And for the creator of the code, anything is possible. And if we're made in His image, then divine intelligence is already within us, waiting to be remembered. Creation speaks, not with human language, but with shapes, sequences, and symbols. It whispers in geometry. It repeats in rhythm. It moves in divine proportion. This is the mind of God made visible, not hidden, but encoded, in plain sight. Look closely, and you'll see the same divine fingerprint echoed across all of creation, from the spiraling arms of galaxies to the unfolding petals of a rose, from the swirling nautilus shell to the double helix of your DNA. Why do they all follow the same design? Because creation is not random. It is governed by universal laws. These patterns, like the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio, are not just aesthetic. They are mathematical expressions of balance, growth, and harmony. They are nature's way of organizing energy efficiently, beautifully, and intelligently. The spiral appears because it allows for optimal expansion. It's the most energy-efficient shape for growth and distribution. In plants, in storms, in galaxies. It's how nature breathes. Even your DNA, the blueprint of who you are, is built upon these same ratios. The very code of life follows the code of the cosmos. This is sacred geometry. Not a human invention, but a divine language, written into the structure of everything. And what does this tell us? That there is one source behind all forms. One intelligence, expressing itself through beauty, symmetry, and design, from the vast cosmos to the microscopic. And here's the most humbling part. You are made of the same code. You are not separate from this divine architecture. You are an expression of it. Everything, and I mean everything, reflects sacred geometry, the language of intelligence, the fingerprint of a creator. And central to this divine architecture is the pattern of the Trinity. 3 in 1, 1 in 3. You'll find it everywhere. The triangle, the most stable structure in nature. The golden ratio, the mathematics of beauty itself. The 3, 6, and 9, a mysterious numerical sequence embedded in the fabric of reality. Nikola Tesla once said, "If you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, you would have the key to the universe." And maybe the ancients did. The ancient Egyptians, for example, were often told they were primitive, that they worshipped the sun and built tombs for dead kings. But just pause and really consider, how could a so-called primitive civilization build pyramids aligned with true north, with near-perfect precision? Engineer perfectly cut blocks weighing up to 80 tons and transport them miles without machines? Construct monuments that mirror constellations with mathematical accuracy, and build these structures that have lasted thousands of years? Did this ancient civilization understand what most people today don't? The power of the triangle, the Trinity, the divine coding of 369 throughout time, space, and matter. These pyramids were not just tombs. They were encoded messages, living blueprints of cosmic law. And the triangle, the sacred 3, 6, and 9, is everywhere within them. What did they know that we've forgotten? Now turn inward, because here's where it gets personal. You too are a trinity. You are a spiritual being, gifted with an intellect, living inside a physical body. You are not your body. You have a body, but that's not who you are. You are the observer, the thinker, the consciousness operating through it. Your body is a molecular structure, a mass of energy in a high-speed vibration. But you are not your body. You live in your body. You use your body. Your body is the instrument. Your intellect is the tool. But your spirit, your true self, is the source. And here's the miracle. The same intelligence that designed galaxies, that shaped pyramids, that carved Fibonacci into flowers, also designed you. You're not separate from the divine pattern. You are the pattern. You are the triangle. You are the code. Made by God, in the image of God, carrying the mind of God in pattern, in potential, in power. And the more you remember this, the more you step into alignment with the truth of who and what you really are. If you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would have the key to the universe. What did he mean? Tesla wasn't just a scientist. He was a mystic of energy, and he believed the universe was built on frequency, vibration, and energy, not particles, not matter, but waves. This was proven later to be correct 72 years after his passing. And here's where 369 enters. Let's take a journey, not just mathematically, but spiritually. Start with 1. Now double it each time. 1 becomes 2. 2 becomes 4. 4 becomes 8. 8 becomes 16. 16 becomes 32. And 32 becomes 64. Now, here's the key. Add the digits together. First, we have the single numbers. 1, 2, 4, and 8. Then we get to 16, so add the digits together. 1 plus 6 gives us 7. Next is 32. 3 plus 2 gives us 5. Then 64. 6 plus 4 makes 10. And that reduces back down to 1. And suddenly, a hidden pattern appears. We get 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5. And then we loop back to 1. And it starts all over again. It's a repeating cycle, a loop of creation. But notice something strange. 3, 6, and 9 are nowhere in the sequence. They don't appear in this cycle because they belong to a higher dimension of order. Think of 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, and 5 as the material framework, the gears and wheels of reality turning endlessly. But 3, 6, and 9, they're not in the gears. They're the invisible code above it, the blueprint that tells the gears how to turn, the control keys of creation itself. Marco Rodin, the mind behind vortex mathematics, explains it beautifully. 3, 6, and 9 form the triangle of divine flow. 3 is the inflow, the beginning. 6 is the outflow, the expansion. 9 is the unity, the completion, the return to source. They mirror the pattern of birth, life, and transcendence. Creation, manifestation, alchemy. 3, 6, and 9 are not just numbers. They are vibrational keys that echo through all things. Tesla was right again. If you want to understand the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything emits a frequency. Thoughts, emotions, even words. You are not a solid being. You are a field of energy in motion. When your thoughts are low, fear, doubt, shame, you vibrate at a lower state. You attract more of the same. But when you align with higher frequencies, gratitude, love, peace, you tune yourself to the frequency of the divine. The Bible affirms this in its own way. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What you hold in your inner world becomes your outer reality. You are a magnet of energy, a broadcaster of vibration, a creator of frequency. And when your frequency aligns with the divine, miracles happen. There is a pattern, a sacred thread, woven through all of creation and through you. You might not see it when you're in the middle of the storm, but look back. Have you ever noticed how your most painful seasons often led to your greatest growth? How certain events seemed random until later, when they revealed their purpose. This is not luck. It's not chaos. It's not accident. It's divine architecture, a spiritual blueprint that's playing out in your life and in all of life. All things move in cycles, seasons, rhythms, spirals, life, death, rebirth, tension, release, expansion. Even nature mirrors this. The seed must fall apart before it breaks through the soil. The caterpillar must dissolve before it becomes a butterfly. The forest must burn before it regrows stronger. The same is true for you. Your soul is on a path. Your life is not random. There is a divine intelligence guiding it all. And the more you align with that intelligence, the more you begin to feel it in the timing, in the signs, in the stillness. There are moments when you know something higher is orchestrating your life. When the right person shows up, when the door opens, when clarity arrives out of nowhere, that's not coincidence. That's the divine thread. Everything has structure. Everything follows a sacred design, including you. And when you start to live in alignment with that design, you don't just survive, you evolve, because the same patterns that shape the stars are shaping you. You too are encoded. The spiral in your DNA, the ratio of your body, the electromagnetic field around your heart, all mirror the same sacred codes found in galaxies, atoms, and oceans. You are not a mistake. You are a living pattern of God. The divine didn't just create you, it continues to move through you. And when you awaken to that, everything changes. You don't chase peace. You radiate it. You don't beg for purpose. You become it. You don't look outside for the answer, because you've remembered it was within you all along. So what is the 369 truly, and how can we implement this into our lives? It is not just a number sequence. It is a divine rhythm, a living code of creation, flowing out from the source and back again. 3 is the spark, the divine thought, the original intention, the blueprint before form. 6 is the expansion, the energy set in motion. It's when the unseen begins to take shape. When the wave becomes the particle, the idea becomes action. 9 is the return, completion, the closing of the cycle, but not an ending, a higher beginning, a spiritual elevation. This is the spiral of life, the breath of the universe. Inhale, expand, exhale, return. But here's how to turn this into a powerful daily practice. You can use this sequence to align with the divine structure of manifestation and transformation. Start with the 3. Clarify your intention. What do you want to become? What are you creating? What frequency do you wish to embody? This is not wishful thinking. It's focused consciousness. Your thoughts carry energy, and thought is the beginning of all creation. Then the 6. Take aligned action. Act from the energy of your vision. Speak as if it's already true. Feel it in your nervous system. Move with the belief that it's unfolding now. You become magnetic, not when you chase, but when you resonate with the reality you desire. And finally, the 9. Let go and return. Surrender attachment to how or when it manifests. Trust the intelligence behind it all. Return to source. Return to stillness, because the cycle must be completed. Creation doesn't flow from desperation. It flows from faith. When you embody the full 369, you're not just thinking positively. You're becoming energetically coherent with the reality you desire. You are remembering that manifestation is not about forcing outcomes. It's about resonance. 3 is the mind. 6 is the body, and 9 is the spirit. They form the divine circuit, and when you activate it intentionally, you step into your power as a co-creator with God. So the question becomes, what will you create, now that you know the code? So now I ask you, what if everything, your past, your pain, your purpose, was guiding you back to this, to remember who you truly are? A vessel of energy, a reflection of divine intelligence, a spark from the mind of God. You were never separate. You just forgot. Now, you remember. And as you walk through life, hold these truths close. You are blessed. You are loved. You are infinite. Let that be your frequency. Let that be your code. Let that be your awakening. The mind of God is not out there in some far-off place. It lives in numbers, in light, in rhythm, in you. And as you begin to align your thoughts with harmony, your life begins to resonate with the universe itself. So take this truth with you. You were made with precision, with purpose, with power. And the more you understand the code, the more you realize you are not here by accident. You are the equation made flesh, a child of the infinite, a carrier of the divine signal. So walk forward, not with fear, but with reverence. And keep your eyes open. God is still speaking. You are still remembering. And the code is all around you. I'll see you in the next revelation. If this message awakened something within you, a deeper curiosity, a sense of divine connection, a hunger to know more, then I invite you to stay on this path with us. Subscribe to the channel for more revelations like this. Leave a comment below. What did this code awaken in you? Share this video with someone who's searching for meaning, for truth, for God. And explore our other videos. Each one is a piece of the greater pattern. This isn't just content, it's a journey of remembrance, and you're being called.